Okay, we are going to be doing systems of equation by elimination, but we are going to find out that we have to do a little bit extra to actually be eliminating our variables today. So as we take a look at number 1, we see we have x plus 10y is equal to 3, and then we have 4x plus 5y is equal to 5. Now, before, whenever we did the process of elimination, we had the coefficients that were the same, and so we were able to easily add or subtract, and they would cancel. We would create a zero pair, or they would be eliminated, right? But as you can see, we have an x and a 4x, and that's not the same coefficient. And we have a 10 and we have a 5. Still not the same coefficients. So here's some things that we can do. And again, there's kind of multiple ways that you can solve this, but I'm going to go through at least 2 of them. Okay, so we can, well, it's probably more than 4 to be honest, but anyways, we can go ahead, well, we know that this right here is a 1x, invisible little 1. Okay, so I know to make the x's have the same coefficient, I can go ahead and multiply everything by 4. Okay, because 4 times 1 is 4, and then that will cause my particular variables here to cancel or create a zero pair or to eliminate. Okay, so something else you can also notice is I can subtract, which is completely fine, or you can multiply by a -4 and add, which is also completely fine. Okay, so I'm going to kind of go ahead and break it down into another set. Okay, so if I do 4 times 1x, I get 4x. If I do 4 times 10, I get 40 with the y on it. And then I also have to do 4 times 3. Do not forget to multiply by what the set is equal to as well. So 4 times 3 is 12. Okay, then I still have my 4x plus 5y. I didn't change anything there. And that's still equal to 12. Okay, now from here, if I use subtraction, okay, I can create a zero pair, which is going to eliminate my x values here. So because 4 minus 4, oops, you can't see that. 4 minus 4 is 0. 40 minus 5 is 35. 12 minus 5 is 7. And then the opposite or inverse of multiplying by 35 is dividing by 35. And before you freak out, the first one does have a particular fraction as a value. And so if I simplify this, I'm going to end up getting 1/5 or 1/5. Okay? Now, we could have went ahead and also multiplied by -4 and used adding down here. Again, it is totally your option on what you want to do. Okay, there is also another option, is I could have decided to eliminate the y values instead of the x. If you choose that, and again, it's pretty much just dependent on what is on the problem and how the problem looks. Because I knew that this was a 1, all I needed to do was multiply one of the equations by 4. If I was to eliminate my y sections here, okay, I know that I can multiply 5 by 2 to get 10. So I'm going to multiply my second system of equation here by 2. Okay, so I'm going to leave the first by itself, or alone, let's say. And I'm going to multiply the second by 2. So 2 times 4 is 8. 2 times 5 is 10. And then 2 times 5 is also 10. Okay, so here I know that subtraction is going to eliminate those particular videos, or those particular systems of equations. If I was to multiply by -2, I could add, and then they would cancel. Okay, so 1 minus 8 is -7. X, 10 minus 10 cancels, and then I have 3 minus 10, which is -7. Divide, and x is equal to -1. Okay, so there I do have my x and my y solution, If you wanted to use the process of elimination twice, you can go ahead and get your particular values that way. Or if you didn't do this method at all, you could plug your y value in here to get your x value. So what I mean by that is we could have went to 4x plus 5, and I'm inserting the y value of 1/5 is equal to 5. Okay, so 4x, 5 times 1/5. Okay, if I was to do 5 times 1, I get 5. Divided by 5 is 1. Okay, subtract 1, 4x is equal to 4, and then dividing by 4 on each side. So x is equal to 1. Positive 1, because -7 divided by -7 is positive 1. That was my bad. Okay, so if you chose to eliminate the y values and you solve for x, you would just need to go into your particular equation. Let's say we're going to use the x plus 10y is equal to 3 equation. So the x value that we got was 1 plus 10y is equal to 3. Subtract 1, 10y is equal to 2. Divide by 10, and y is equal to 1/5. Okay? So I know that was a lot, kind of. I wanted to show you at least 2 ways that you can go about solving. There are multiple ones because you can multiply by negatives instead of positives and use the addition method instead of subtraction. Okay, so bear with me. I'm going to go through at least 2 more examples. Okay, so number 2, or example number 2. Okay, I'm going to do 3x minus 2y is equal to -7. 2x minus 5y is equal to -10. Oops, is a positive 10. Glad I caught that because our answer would have been completely wrong. Okay, so again, here is where the thought process comes into play. If I go the eliminating the x route, what is a common number or multiple? What is the greatest common factor? Like, you're thinking of all these things of what can I multiply by to get a common number. Okay, same thing here with the y values, and you just pick whether you want to eliminate the x's or the y's. I am going to go with just eliminating the x's, and the common number that I want to make is 6x. Okay, so in order to make 6x, I need this set here to be multiplied by 2, and the bottom set will need to be multiplied by 3. Okay, hopefully I didn't, maybe I should do 2 different colors. Hopefully I didn't lose you just yet. Do this set in pink and the top set in purple. Okay, so 2 times 3 is 6x. Okay, 2 times -2, make sure you include that. It's -4y, that's subtraction sign. 2 times -7 is -14. Okay, then we have the bottom set. 3 times 2, 6x. 3 times -5 is -15. And then 3 times a positive 10 is 30. Okay, from here, I know that if I subtract again, I can create a 0 pair. Now, you could have multiplied one of these by negative and added. That would have been completely okay as well. But 6 minus 6 is 0. So it creates your 0 pair or eliminates. -4 minus 15. Okay, be very, very careful of that double negative. -4 minus 15 is really like 15 minus 4. So -4 minus -15, or -4 plus 15. Okay, that's going to give you 11y. Okay, then we have -14 minus 30. That gives us -44. Okay, One-step equation, divide by 11. Okay, we get y is equal to negative 4. Okay, I did not find my x value yet. So what I need to do is substitute that back into a particular equation. Okay, and we're just going to pick one. I'm just going to use the top one just for the heck of it. So I have 3x minus 2y is equal to negative 7. Okay, I have the answer to the y value, so I'm going to replace it. Okay, then I'm going to keep it moving. So I have 3x negative 2 times negative 4 is a positive 8. And that's equal to negative 7. Okay, I'm going to subtract on each side. Negative 8. So 3x is equal to negative 15. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. And x is equal to negative 5. So I have an answer to my whole entire solution. And my answer is negative 5, negative 4. Okay, let's go ahead and do one more just in case you need it. Okay, and then last one that we are going to do is four x minus 3y is equal to 22. And then 2x minus y is equal to 10. Okay, so again, I can multiply, and this one again is just all going to depend on what the problem looks like. If I was to work with the 4 and the 2 with the x's, I would want to multiply this set times 2 to make it a 4x. So again, I'm just thinking, oh, 4x is the common, and then this one right here is also 3. Okay, so hopefully I'm making sense. I would want them to look at 4x or a 3y. You're doing one or the other, you're not doing both. Okay, so with all of that being said, I'm going to go ahead and let's do the bottom one. Let's just cancel out our x's. So we'll do this one instead. Okay, so we're going to leave the top one by itself, and we're going to leave it as 4x minus 3y is equal to 22. Okay, now the bottom, I'm going to do 2 times 2, it's 2x. I'm going to do 2 times a negative y. Be very careful, that sign goes with it. It becomes negative 2y, and then 2 times 10 is 20. 2 times 2 is most definitely 4, which is why I multiplied it. Okay, in order to solve this, I'm going to use subtraction. Again, you can multiply by a negative to use addition. And if you want to learn more about that, just shoot a private comment on Google Classroom or an email, and I can walk you through that. Okay, so 4 minus 4, 0, created my 0 pair. I eliminated them. Be very, very careful here. Negative 3 minus negative 2. So what I'm saying is negative 3 minus negative 2. Okay, if I write it out like that, it really looks like negative 3 plus 2, which is negative 1y. 22 minus 20 is 2. And I'm going to divide by negative 1 on both sides. And y is equal to negative 2. Okay, so I found my y value. Now I need to go back and find my x value. Okay, I don't necessarily want just a negative y, so I'm going to use the top one, and hopefully that's okay with you guys. So we have 4x minus 3. My y value that I just got was negative 2, and that is equal to 22. So I have 4x is equal to negative 3 times a negative 2 is a, positive 6, and that is equal to 22. I'm going to subtract 6 on both sides. So we have 4x is equal to 16, divide by 4, divide by 4, and x is equal to 4. So the point of my solution would be 4, negative 2, because don't forget the x comes before the y value. Okay, you can go ahead and just hit pause, stop watching, but I am going to do one more just to show you what I meant by you can solve it by addition if you multiply by a negative number. Okay, so very last one of this video. Again, feel free to continue watching, or if you feel like you got the hang of it, go ahead and click off, but I am going to do one where you can add instead of subtract. And I kept telling myself I was going to do one for you and then just went off solving and completely spaced out and forgot. Okay, so I want to go ahead. If I was to cancel out my y values, I would need to multiply twice. Okay, because what's common with the y values is 6, and none of them have a 6 yet. I would have to multiply both particular equations. This one, all I need is a 2x. So I am going to multiply this set here by a negative 2 so I can show you how to eliminate using addition. Okay, so the top one stays. 2x plus 3y is equal to 6, and the bottom one's going to change. Negative 2 times x, negative 2 times 2y, negative 2 times 5. Okay, so negative 2 times x is negative 2x, negative 2 times negative 2 times 2y is negative 4y, and then negative 2 times 5 is negative 10. Okay, so from here, if I add them, it will create that zero pair or eliminate a variable, okay, because 2 plus a negative 2 cancels. Okay, so here I'm going to do 3 plus negative 4 is negative 1y, and 6 plus negative 10 is negative 4. So then I'm going to divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1, and y is equal to a positive 4. Okay, so I found my y value. Now I'm going to go back in and find my x value. Let's choose x plus 2y is equal to 5. So got the x value. I don't know it. I am going to replace this y value with what it is, which is 4. And that is set to equal 5. So x plus 8 is equal to 5, because 2 times 4 is 8. I'm going to subtract 8 on each side. X is equal to 5 minus 8 is negative 3. So my solution is negative 3, 4. Okay, I really hope this video has helped you in figuring out different ways that you can solve systems of equations by using the elimination method. And this time we're taking it a step further where we had to multiply to get my particular variables and my coefficients to eliminate. If you need me, I am just a private comment away on Google Classroom, or you can shoot me an email.